Alright, everybody. Today is the final day of my story regarding my growing up in Rodney Street, Otahuhu, New Zealand. First of all, I just want to get some stuff out of the way. What do you call it? I love my dad. He was a humble dude. Um, there's a difference between nurturing and nature, and my mum was always a nurturer. I fall over, whatever. Should always, come on, son, get up, kind of. My dad played the role of a nature guy. If you fall over, man, you better get back up. Because no one else is going to help you in life. So I understood when he was saying what was I going to do, because I was really I was really confused at about 5 or 6 about why people would like, why me, like, of all the people. I'm the one guy you don't see out and about. I'm just a happy-go-lucky dude. Well, I just wanted to clarify that, and yeah. So to finish up the story, I went to school the next day. The next day was Monday, and I was really confident, man. Like, I mean, you wouldn't even believe it. I had the secret told to me about how I could win every fight, not just a fight. I mean, every fight. So
And
I went
we
to school, finished school, and we're walking home. And at school the whole time, I was hoping to catch these guys. But the funny thing is that these guys actually went to another school. I think there was another private school, or a Catholic school around the corner from Rodney Street, we were staying. So I'm pretty sure that's where they went. Then on our way home from after school, and for those of you who are from that neck of the wood, we used to carry. We didn't have backpacks and stuff like that, or crossbody bags. We had a little suitcase, and if you know, it's like a suitcase, like a doctor's briefcase. Well, we had that, and we'll put in spare clothes, and our lunches would be packed. It was really cool. I really didn't like mom because
yeah,
mentality. Anyways,
and
we're
the kids
walking
had different
down,
type of bag.
turning. We turn into our street to go. It's a little bit of a S movement, to go in. And as we are walking through, I know where these Māori guys live. They live on the same street. I won't say Māori guys. I know where these kids live. So when we're just in front of their, their apartment, the bottom, and they're at the top. Um, I told Lafua to hold my suitcase, and I've got to go sort out something. And Lafua at the time was looking at me like, "What are you going to do? You don't know anybody here." Um, and I told her, "Don't worry. I got to take care of something, and then we'll be on our way home." Which was like maybe 10 meters, 20 meters, 15 meters. And she didn't really agree to it, but, someone had to hold my bag, my suitcase. So I just walked into their driveway. It's an apartment. I went up the stairs and took a left, and I went to their front door, and the screen was you know was on. And then I could hear like they were watching cartoons like we all did back in the days. Keep cool till after school. And so I could kind of see through the screen. I could see about 4 or 5 figures. And so I knocked on the screen, and the guy, the younger brother, opened the door, and he was just in shock when he saw me. He was like, "What are you doing here?" And then I just yeah, man, I just went one, two, and yeah, he fell, not straight back. He fell to the side, and it was kind of a weird fall. He falls to the side. He fell down on the side. Mother now looked up, and she was, I don't know, getting oranges ready or something. And then the older brother, with the curly red hair, he stood up, and he had seen what had happened, so he came at me, and then yeah, just the one and two. This is all on there. I was outside on the front doorstep, and I hit the fat boy, and he fell backwards and nearly squashed his little baby boy, or baby, mom's baby, and the sister was there, and I think she was my age, maybe, I don't know, and she looked like she wanted some. She, man, I would have given her the 1-2 as well. Don't get me wrong, I'm not about being violent to females, but I mean, if you're gonna stick to me, I've got the secret. So if you're coming in incorrect, and so the mother just started screaming, like, "Hey!" So I just, I didn't have no ill feeling. It was just I had to take care of business because I've got five sisters, we're all in different ages, and I got one brother. But at the time, it was just my sister and I. So if I didn't stand up at that time, it was just going to be a generational thing. It was just everyone who knew that I wasn't going to do nothing or stuff like that. They were just going to keep bullying. And that's the sad thing about growing up in those type of neighborhoods. So I had to do it the best way I could, and came downstairs. Lapo had enough. She started walking already. I just picked up my suitcase, a little suitcase, and I walked home. We got home. Lapo wasn't impressed. She's not down for this kind of crap. But I knew what had happened to me the day before when a rock got thrown on my head, and I knew the pain and the shame, and I also knew the amount of effort I put into like jabbing and just getting it right down to the T. I mean, and so we came home. The rest is history. Came home about 5, 10 minutes later. Mother's walking down there screaming at the tongue of her, I mean, top of her lungs, screaming towards our house, saying that I've come there and beat up her sons. And I was just sitting there. I couldn't care less because I was in the right, remember? But anyways, aside from that, my mother went outside and she was screaming at my mum. And then my mum said, "Hey, take it easy, because your sons came yesterday and threw a rock at my son's head." And then the Maori lady said, "You wait till my husband gets home." And then my mum said, "No, you wait till so long I gets home." My dad, and he had a bit of a reputation, I think. Uh, yeah, we had never seen them again. I never come across their path again, the brothers or the mother. Um, yeah, it wasn't a victory story, but I could share with you the reason for sharing it. Is that sometimes in life we uh, we focus too much on, like, come on, man, hurry up, shut up, just do what I say. But my life changed when my dad first took time out for me and taught me a new skill, and then really, gave me the confidence that if somebody's doing something wrong to you and you warned them once or twice, and the third time they're coming, third time's the charm, it's time for you to whip some ass. So many years after that, I went on to um, intermediate, high school, normal things of life growing up in the hood for a bit. I've always lived by that code, and I've never gone down. I've never lost a fight on the street, to the best of my knowledge. Um, and that was because one, I had really worked hard on that skill, and I kept, that basic knowledge that was taught to me. It was a gem, you know, um, and also the power of positivity and encouragement by him telling me that I wouldn't lose to anybody as long as I didn't use the skill for some type of bullying or being mean. I would always come out on top. It was never about winning. It was always about protecting as I got older. So, um, yeah, that's basically the gist of my little story here. This was a bit long, but I'll get it post back to back. Um, yeah, and I just encourage you, if you have kids or growing children, time is invaluable. I don't even know if that's a word, but time is spent with your children. Not a lot of time, because it's really hard to split time these days with work, but yeah, spend some time, encourage them, give them little truths, like real truths, not other type of truth, like if you buy a lottery ticket, you might just, no, not that kind of stuff, but give them the real truth, like as to uh, when and why you'd want to participate or do something or walk away from something. It helps identify the child with who I am and what I'm here to do, and that's what's happened to me. I live that principle to this day, um, and it was put into me at 6 years old, and I'm turning 50 this year. So yeah, Samo Skuru guy. Pala, yeah.